Hello everyone, how you all doing? And welcome to the match preview between Arsenal and Manchester United in the Premier League, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting prepared. I hope you're getting geared up for is England's biggest game in regards to recent years in the last 20 years. Arsenal and Man United, of course, had many battles between themselves and ourselves, guys. Some of them memorable, some of them not so memorable. For us Man United fans, I think we've had the better of it over the last 20 years, if I'm being honest with you. Of course, in recent times, we haven't been at our best. We haven't been to the level that we should be, of course, guys. But you know what? It's another game. It's a new day, and we hopefully can do the business going forward today, guys, and hopefully come out of this game unbeaten. That would be absolutely fantastic. Not losing this game is imperative, and not being swept away is very, very important for our Champions League aspirations. With Liverpool losing yesterday, we have to make sure that we capitalize on anything this season, of course, which we haven't done this season. Let's be fair. We haven't capitalized on results that have gone our way. Whenever we've been given an opportunity, we haven't been capitalized on it. This is a different game. This is a hard game. This is Arsenal, of course. And it's not going to be easy, but Man United seem to rise in these games. They seem to rise against the adversity in these type of games. I don't know why. I don't know why it is. It just seems to happen, guys. It really does. But guys, before I start, don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this surprise, of course, match preview. I didn't do the match preview show this week, so I'm bringing it to you today, of course, guys. I hope you don't mind. But look, guys, we're getting into the mood, obviously. Lots of Arsenal talk, lots of Man United talk. But you know what? I want to bring a little bit of comedy to the proceedings first, guys. If I could share this screen with you guys, if you don't mind. I'm going to share this screen. Okay, maybe we are getting a bit carried away. But you know what? Not. Oh, that didn't work, did it? That didn't work too well, guys. Never mind. But anyway, let's talk about the game. That's not a good start to the proceedings, guys, is it? To be honest with you. Anyway, go and look at my Twitter. It's on there anyway, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. There is the team that I predict. I don't think there's any surprise there that the team I predict is the same as the team that played against Man City. I think that should be the team. I don't think Carrick would change it. I don't think he would change it anyway. I think he'd be a fool to change it, to be honest with you. Obviously, if things go wrong, they're going to blame, why did you change the team from a winning team? And blah, de, blah, de, blah. My prediction on in this game is a 1-1 draw. That's what I'm going for, guys. I think it'll be 1-1. I do think Man United will take the lead. And I think Arsenal will probably equalise. I think that's what it would be. Arsenal don't necessarily need to win. However, if Man United do manage to win the game, then it will be a bit of a precarious situation for Arsenal. Only 4 points in it. That's not a lot, considering that these have been lost with 8 points before a month before the end of the season, isn't it, guys? So at the end of the day, I could see a draw in this game. I really can. I would love Man United to go there, and I would love Man United to win this game. Of course, I would. That'd be absolutely fantastic. But you know what? I'll take a draw. I would take a draw, and we move on to the Fulham game and games which are supposedly a little bit easier. Of course, we've thrived in these sort of games, but we haven't thrived in the Fulham games and the West Ham games and the Bournemouth games and things like that, of course, guys. So it's very important that we come out of this game undefeated, guys, in this game. And that will be the best scenario for me, guys. Just don't lose. Simple as that. Don't like Arsenal. I think the Arsenal fans are getting a little bit carried away. Fair enough. They got a very good football team. Not the best I've seen, not the best Arsenal team, not by any stretch of the imagination. They got a very good football team, of course, guys. But it's up to Manchester United to combat that. Over the years, I've seen great Man United against Arsenal teams. Arsenal games 6-1, of course. I remember that one. Dwight York hat-trick. I remember the 8-2, of course. But I'll go even further back. I'll go to the 98-99 season when both teams sort of elevated themselves, of course, guys. When we both were fighting for the title. When we won the treble, we beat them in the FA Cup semi-final. And we had the better of Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal had their seasons. They had the 2003, 2004 season, of course, guys. They had that, of course, guys. But, they had the 2002 season, as well. But Man United have had the 94, 95, 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2006, 2008, 2000. We've done them a lot of times, guys. We've done them a lot of times. And, but one thing about Man United and Arsenal is that we did elevate each other as two football clubs. We did elevate each other. Now, this game is a little bit different. Man United are not the Man United of old. We haven't been the Man United of old for quite a while now, obviously, for obvious reasons. Guys, for obvious reason, my man, you know what I mean? That's what it is, guys. Ephraim, there's a graphic on the screen, Ephraim. There's a graphic on the screen that says predicted lineup, mate. Anyway, that's the lineup I think it would be. That's the lineup I think it'd be. That's the graphic there. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I'm going for a draw. That's the lineup I think it will be. But, it's going to be a difficult game. Of course, it's going to be a difficult game. The one thing to think about Arsenal is that they are very good at set pieces these days. They know how to do the set pieces. They know how to do the corners. They know how to do all that, of course, guys, as well as playing the good football, which is very important. You need to know, guys, you need to know, Sal, do you think, what does you mean, manager? What does you mean, Ephraim? Sal, do you think he will start Sesko for set pieces? This is the lineup that I think Ruben Amorim will choose. All right, that's the one. All right, so that's do I think. Goodness me, come on, Ephraim. Wakey, son. Yeah, so, and that's what it would be, So this is the lineup that I pick, that I think Ruben Amorim will pick. This is the lineup that I think he will pick, guys. Absolutely. Not me personally. I might do it a little bit different myself. I will probably pick Sesko, maybe. I'll probably do that, but I think he'll pick this. I think that Carrick will pick this one. Big up Ephraim anyway. Bernard, hi Sal, hype for the match today. Won't be joining the stream this afternoon as we'll be watching the game with my dad. Big up yourself and big up your dad. Hoping we won't enjoy it. Hopefully he won't enjoy it. He's an Arsenal fan, right? He's an Arsenal fan. Wow. Oh, goodness me. It's not easy. It's not easy living with an Arsenal fan or being next to an Arsenal fan. I've been in a stadium at Old Trafford with an Arsenal fan. Trust me, when we played Arsenal, we won the game. One of them was back in 2008 when we won the Champions League and League double. And as a treat to my friend, Saeed at the time, I took him to Old Trafford and I put him in the Arsenal end. And I went with him in the Arsenal end. And goodness me, the first time I've been at Old Trafford in the away end, but I've done it obviously as a favour for my friend. And I said, okay, look, I was season ticket holder. I sat in the Stretford end, but I said, I'll take you to the Arsenal end. And, and it was, Man United won, of course, the free kick from Owen Hargreaves, if you'll remember, penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. And I remember what the Arsenal fans were saying, such nasty things. They were saying that they remember it very, very well, But look, guys, in the modern times, it's not been as great for Man United. But, football is a great humbler. And hopefully we can go into this game today with confidence and belief. And I think that is the most important thing. We shouldn't worry too much about Arsenal. We shouldn't. We've beaten Liverpool away. We've beaten Chelsea this season, of course. We played well against Arsenal in the opening game this season. Unfortunate to lose, of course. If we signed a goalkeeper before the season started, we probably wouldn't have conceded that goal, of course. But definitely. But this is the team that I think Michael Carrick. Keep saying Ruben Amorim. Michael Carrick will pick, guys. Ephraim, Sal, do you think Carrick will get the job? Sal, do you give Carrick the job if he done well? No. I say that very, very firmly because I don't think Carrick is proven enough to get the Manchester United job. I think I know it's a little bit of PTSD. We got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to back us up in that theory when we went on this unbelievable run. If Michael Carrick does qualify for the Champions League, it's going to be very difficult. I would say it'd be very difficult for the board to part ways with Michael Carrick. It will be very difficult because if they get that appointment wrong, as well as I do, that, it's going to come crashing down on their face. Why didn't you keep Carrick? Why didn't you keep Carrick? And this is the thing, isn't it? This is the worst thing about having these interim managers, because obviously it plays on the heartstrings a little bit. Maybe Ineos have played a masterstroke, but they might have shot themselves in the foot because they're going to be left with an extremely difficult decision to make. Now, if he qualifies for the Champions League, it would be an absolutely phenomenal achievement. It would be. And I will be absolutely delighted with that. Of course, I would be. But if he doesn't qualify, then obviously they'll part ways quite easily. I think if he qualifies for the Champions League, I can bet you that they will give him the job. They will give him the job. Me, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't give him the job because obviously we've been here before. If he won 14 games out of 16, 15 games out of 16, I might think about it. But if we qualify for the Champions League, which is going to be incredible anyway, by the way, I think that it would just be like if he won 12 out of 16 or something, and we just sort of squeezed the Champions League. I think we would have to look at it in an objective kind of way and think like that if there was Luis Enrique available, I would give it to Luis Enrique. But I would say this, having said all that, if Luis Enrique, Ancelotti, any one of those managers don't want the job, then I would just give it to Carrick. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be risking it again with these other managers. Do you know what I mean? In regards to the other managers that are out there that are available, but there is not a great pool of managers available, to be honest with you. And I would just give it to Carrick. Yeah, if the likes of Luis Enrique, Ancelotti are not available, and to be honest with you, those are probably the only two managers. Obviously, there's Nagelsmann that they are talking about as well, guys. I'm not too sure about Nagelsmann, if I'm being totally honest. I'm not too sure about Nagelsmann, but there is rumors that Vivell does like Thomas Frank, so you never know. Not Thomas Frank, guys. Nagelsmann. He does like Nagelsmann. There is rumors about that. So, in my opinion, for me, it is Luis Enrique, and that will be my first choice. Ancelotti will be my second choice, of course. But if those managers are not available, I would just keep Carrick. If he qualifies for the Champions League and does well this season. Like today is a very important game for me. I know that Man United are going to play a low block. I understand that. And I know that the biggest test for me will be obviously against Fulham, against West Ham, against Bournemouth, against these teams that will most likely play the low block against us. This Arsenal game is a bonus game, for example, that we're not going to totally throw the rule book at him if he loses this game, because obviously Arsenal can beat anyone at any given time. So we're not going to be overly critical of that. Of course, we would love to win the game. We would love to not to lose the game. But if he loses the game, I'm not going to throw Michael Carrick under the bus. I'm not going to do that because I understand what kind of game it is and the best of them can lose this game. I do think it's an opportunity, though. I do think it's an opportunity for Michael Carrick. I think we could play a certain style of football that can nullify Arsenal, that could stifle Arsenal. And Arsenal don't score a lot of goals in regards to smashing up teams, slapping up teams, however you want to say it. They don't really score a lot of goals in regards to that. They don't really go out there and smash teams up, One thing I've noticed about Arsenal is that they don't do that. And that could be an advantage for Man United. I'm not fearful of Jesus, right? The only player I look at players at Arsenal's team and I look at them and I'll say, well, you look at Jesus, you look at Martinelli, you look at Gyökeres, you look at who else they got? Odegaard. I don't think we should be scared of that. I'll be really honest with you guys. And this is not being arrogant. Like, I don't think we should be scared of that. I think Man United have a better front line than them. I really do, guys. I think Sesko, Embremo, Cunha, Fernandes, and even, Dorgu to an extent, I think it's a better front line than them. I really do. I think where Arsenal get better than us, I think Arsenal have the better in the midfield. I think the Zubamendi and Rice is better than our midfield. We have to admit that. It's better than our midfield. We'll have Mainu and Casemiro. Casemiro has stacks of experience. Of course he does. And, he's a very, very good player. It's going to be a battle of the midfield, definitely. It's not the strongest midfield Man United in the world. So that is the only thing I'm concerned about. When it comes to defense, obviously, Arsenal have a better defense than us. They have Gabriel, there's Saliba. Of course, they have Calafiori. They have a good team there, whether it's Ben White. They have a good team, or Tim but they have a good team there in regards to that. The only thing I would say that Man United are Arsenal at, they're better than Arsenal at attacking, in my opinion. I'll just be honest with you guys. We have a better front line. I know some people say, "Oh, well, you ain't got as many goals." That's due to the midfield and stuff. But if Man United play a counter-attacking football against Arsenal, I think they have a chance. I do think they have a chance. I think we can frustrate Arsenal. It's very important that we quieten down the crowd. You know. Big up FM. Yeah, absolutely. Our attack is very, very good. It is. It's just a shame we didn't buy the midfielders, and it's a shame we didn't fix up that defense a little bit. But you know what I would say is this: if we can keep tight and compact, we quieten down the crowd, we quieten down the stadium, keep it compact. You never know what can happen. You never know what can happen in football. You really don't. And to be honest with you, if we can keep the first half quiet, you never know. If we nick a goal, you never know. And it's just up to us to stay compact, up to us to stay disciplined, etc. Of course. We have dangerous men up front. Of course, in Bremo and Bruno will be playing today alongside, obviously, Ahmad as well. Ahmad is another one that we can utilize on the counter-attack. If we get an opportunity, Ahmad will be there to counter-attack and stuff like that. So I think we can win this game. We can draw this game. I mean, as I said, just try not to lose the game. Try not to lose the game. Let's come out of this game unscathed, and let's move on to the Fulham game at the end of the day. I'm always confident with Man United. I'm always zealous in regards to Man United. I am, and to be honest with you, and I will never forget the great games against Man United. I've seen them all. I've seen the dominance of Man United. I've seen the great Arsenal sides as well. And there's no love lost between the two sides. Absolutely not. And we will continue to have a rivalry there, despite where we are or where they are and stuff like that. Man United will be back. Don't worry about that. We'll rise again. Don't worry about that. Man United will rise again. I'm pretty certain about that, guys. I absolutely am. And one day you'll see us back at the top, guys, and hopefully competing with Arsenal again. Absolutely. Now, in regards to the football in general, football is very fickle. You know, if we manage to fix that midfield, if we manage to fix the defense, if we manage to fix the wing backs, I think Man United wouldn't be as far away as we are right now in regards to Arsenal. I wouldn't think that. I mean, there were stages in this season where we thought maybe we could mount a title challenge. I know it's a bit, premature, but that's how close football can be sometimes. And all it takes is a little bit of confidence. You know what I mean? A little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. And that's what usually happens, guys. So, Ephraim. Sal, the first goal would be very important. If we score, they can come at us and that will benefit us. It's true. We have scored a lot of goals against Arsenal first. I would say that. I remember us scoring first against Arsenal a couple of years ago. Marcus Rashford scoring the goal. And the problem is, what you have to do in these situations is if we score first, yes, we may sit back. But you still, even though you're 1-0 up, you still have to capitalize on attacking them and get the number 2. Get the second goal, because we've been there before with Arsenal. And we've seen what happens if you just sit back and, they end up scoring a free kick or a corner kick or something like that. We've been there, haven't we, guys? So it's very important that we try and get a second and a third if Man United score first and let them come at us. And when we got a chance to pick them up, we've got some dangerous players up front. We can utilize them effectively, of course, guys. Absolutely. But guys, I think it will be a very tight game. I am going for a draw today. I know I'm not going for a win. The first time in a long time I've not gone for a win, but I think Man United would draw this game 1-1, and I think that would be sufficient. That would be acceptable. Don't be surprised even if it is a 0-0. Don't be surprised that even if it's a 0-0. But, over the years, we've had good results against Arsenal, Champions League semi-finals, all these business guys. We've had some great results against them. Let's hope we get another result like that. You know what I mean? Something to cheer. The Man United fans deserve something to cheer about today. Man United are on the way down to down to London on a train again. Of course, Bruno Fernandes with the Starbucks coffees in his hand every single time. Guys, I thought we used to fly to these games. We used to fly a long time ago. We used to get aeroplanes, and we don't anymore. We get the train. You know what I mean? Like everyone else. You know what I mean? But that hasn't been lucky for us in London so far. It hasn't been that lucky for us so far in London. And this train business hasn't, guys, it hasn't really helped Man United, to be honest with you, in regards to this. And I'll be honest, guys, the train business is just not working. I know. I look at it. I'm looking at every angle. I'm looking at everything. And when I think about the Fulham game, obviously this season, of course, we had a great result against Palace. I'm not saying that was a great result. But in general, the travel down to London on a train is it hasn't really served us well, if we be honest with ourselves, has it? Really, it hasn't served us well. But say la vie, let's see what happens, guys, in this game. Let's hopefully Man United do win it today. That would be amazing if they do win it, of course, guys. Absolutely phenomenal if Man United managed to go to Arsenal and win the game, guys. It would be amazing. And what a confidence boost that would be. Imagine the vibes of the team, guys. And one thing I would say as well, guys, if Man United manage to win this game, it's very important that we unify. We don't go, I told you so, hold that business. Because at the end of the day, this hold that business, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Because you go back and forth with this hold that business. Do you know what I mean? The hold that business. You go back and forth with it. And I think we need to stop this. I do think that. I think, you know what? Because one week you'll be hold that, next week I'll be hold that, and this and that. And it just becomes, we need to support a common goal, a common cause, and which is getting the result for Manchester United. And collectively, we all qualify for the Champions League. Man United win, we all win. Man United lose, we all lose. We all lose together, we all win together. And it's very important that when we win together, we celebrate together, not hold that, you're wrong, I'm right. Or next week, it goes in my narrative favor. And it's hold that, you're wrong, I'm right. And it's ridiculous at the end of the day. Big up, Danny B. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is blessed with you. I think we need to stay away from that and move away from that, hold that business and I'm right, you're wrong. It's all about focusing on the path of what we need, which is Champions League. And collectively, we all need that as Man United fans. At least some of us are Man United fans at the end of the day. And collectively, we do need that, guys. We absolutely do. And if we manage to get the Champions League, absolutely fantastic. And we can build from there, get that 100 million in the kitty and attract better players as well. It's not only, it's attracting better players as well. Absolutely. I'll be very, very shocked, guys, taking it to the game today. I'll be very shocked if Michael Carrick picks anything other than this team right here. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I know there's obviously a question mark about Lenny Yoro instead of Maguire. There's a question mark about Dorgu and Cunha. And there's a question mark about, of course, Sesko up front. Let me know how you feel about that lineup, guys. I do think he's going to pick that. I mean, I can't see how an interim manager will start changing a winning side, especially the way Man United played at the weekend, last weekend. Should have won 5-0 against City. However, obviously, some of that shine was taken away from the Man City game because Man City lost to Boulder Glimt, didn't they? So that sort of took away the joy a little bit for me because I thought, Man City, are they actually that good? Should we actually support? Should we actually have celebrated that much and stuff? Of course, we're going to celebrate, but when you look at things objectively and you think about it, and you think about, well, Man City are not that good, to be honest with you. Who could be the danger man for Man United today? It's always going to be Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes will be an incredibly dangerous player for Arsenal. They'll be keeping an eye on Bruno. But one player I see in this game shining, and I want to know your feelings, guys. I see Brian Mbeumo standing up today. I've got this feeling of Brian Mbeumo standing up. I think Brian Mbeumo on the counter-attack is going to be a dangerous man. And not only Brian Mbeumo as well, Ahmad will be a dangerous man. These two players, we have to really utilize our counter-attack and get that. When we have a chance to counter-attack, we counter-attack well and we are dangerous. And that's what we need to do. And we need to be ruthless as well. So I think Mbeumo and Ahmad and obviously Fernandes are the danger men. They are. I think Arsenal are going to be wary of them. Sal, what is your thought of Carrick involved in transfer decision? I don't know whether he was. My feeling is that maybe Ineos were telling him that there's going to be no business this window. I think if they asked him what he thoughts on the transfer, if he needs any transfers, I think it would be a little bit, weird because obviously he's got what Carrick is going to do is he's not going to come out and say, yeah, I need that player, because obviously he's going to be happy to have the job, and he's not going to be putting any pressure on Ineos and stuff like that, because he wants to set a good example, for example, you know. If I was Michael Carrick, I would have said, go and get me Ruben Neves straight away. We need another midfielder. We're a little bit lighter midfield. Casemiro, Mainu, that's it. At the end of the day, Ugarte's all up in the air at the moment. Ugarte could be leaving the football club as well. So I would say that, yeah, look, go and get Ruben Neves. Go and get Ruben Neves, guys. And that's what I would say about that. I would say that to the board. Absolutely. But guys, it's very important, guys, that we keep it tight for the opening 20 minutes. We quieten down the crowd a little bit, and we stay in the game. That's the most important thing. Arsenal's danger men, as usual. Saka is always dangerous, of course. Declan Rice is dangerous. When you think about Declan Rice's set pieces and these crosses and stuff like that, corners are always going to be dangerous. So, guys, we have to be wary of Gabriel and Saliba. The crosses in the box, we need to negotiate well, because they're going to be looking at that for Man United. Man United could be sitting back. So at the end of the day, Man United, have to be very, very strong in regards defensive-wise, in regards to crosses. Arsenal will be looking for set pieces. Let me tell you that right now. They will be looking for set pieces, and they will be trying to utilize that. And that's the difference between this Arsenal and Arsenal teams of yesteryear, is that this Arsenal can win dirty. They can win dirty. They can win a 1-0 with a cross. We've been there before, guys. They've done it this season. They've done it at the start of the season. We dominated that game, but we end up losing because of a goalkeeping mistake, a cross, and it should have been a foul, to be honest with you. Ephraim, so I agree with you. So we need to stop the set piece. We need to, because that is what they're looking for. And this is what Arsenal do, and this is what Arsenal look for. Now, Man United could show the league today. How to play against Arsenal. I actually think that Man United are going to show the league today how to play against Arsenal. I think they're going to show the league. Now, the difference between great managers and average managers is that they can play these games and they can win these games. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won these games. So did Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho, and obviously Eric Ten Hag and Ruben Amorim to an extent. We won these games, but what's the key is that you can adjust your formation. You can play the low block and the counter attack, but then you play Fulham and you could be on the front foot. You can have different styles, different strings to your bow. And I think this is what differentiates a good manager from a poor manager, an average manager, should I say. And if Man United can win this game, I'll be very, very delighted. But then obviously I'm going to be looking ahead for the Fulham game. I'll be looking ahead at the Fulham game and thinking, okay, we've got the Fulham game now. Now this is the time we're going to have to play a little bit differently. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, guys, a little bit differently. And I would say that both games are 3 points. Of course, they are 3 points. Hopefully, we can get 6 out of 6. That would be absolutely phenomenal. If we get 4 out of 6, as long as it's a draw against Arsenal, we can't draw against the likes of Fulham. I don't mind that. I don't think that would be bad. Like I said, if we can get around 14 wins out of 16, it will be phenomenal. I know that would be like would that be some kind of record for Man United in the Premier League? But yeah, look, I'm not going to put that much pressure. I would say if we can negotiate about, I would say 11, 12 wins out of 16, I would say. I think that would be sufficient. Sal, what is Carrick's playing style in Middlesbrough? 4-2-3-1. Very, very passing between the lines, attacking wise, very good, winning the second balls. A very attacking lineup, possession-based game, I would say. Having Carrick was obviously a player that liked to keep possession. Carrick was obviously a player that dominated midfield. So, this is the good thing about Man United at the moment. Obviously, with Kobe Mainu coming back as well, this is the good thing about Man United, that we got a guy who knows how to play midfield football, and we have been lacking on the midfield football front. He's very creative as a manager. He done very well there. However, obviously the circumstances led to him losing his job, which we have to look at We have to look at that as well. Not too deeply, because obviously the Championship is a lot different to the Premier League, and it's very difficult, in that league with no money. And there are certain managers that suit Championship football better than others. I don't think that Michael Carrick suits Championship football, to be honest with you guys. But come on, guys, it's all about Manchester United today. It's all about the win for Man United. That is what matters today, guys. It's all about result for Man United. I've given you the link to the game, guys. Listen, guys, I'm live literally in about an hour and a half. I'm live, guys. So don't forget to join me for that, guys. It's going to be massive, guys. Thank you, everyone, who joined me. It is a shorter show today, of course. But, guys, I just want to say thank you, guys. Bring on the game. Bring on Manchester. Bring on Arsenal, should I say. And bring on the real Manchester United. Will the real Manchester United stand up today? And let's go and defeat Arsenal today. That is what it's all about. I will see you a little bit later, guys. Don't forget to smash the like and all that jazz. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to join me for the watch along as well, guys. Very important. We get the numbers up, we get the vibes up, and we get the good energy up as well. Big up Ephraim, and we get the good energy up as well. And thank you everyone who joined me on such short notice on this stream. Really appreciate you all. Let's go, Man United. Let's win this game. Let's go out there and let's show them what Manchester United is about. Okay, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you in about an hour and a half, guys. Enjoy it. See you soon. Peace.